Hello there, it's me, RJB, back again for, of course, none other than a match. Today we've got a match between LuckYBack and Mong. So yeah, this is an exciting pairing of players. Mong, always an exciting, fun player to watch. But today he's playing on an off race. He's playing on the Protoss, and it should be pretty fun to see what he can bring to the table when he's Protoss, as opposed to Terran. We've seen him play Protoss quite some times already. Most of the times he was playing Protoss against Terran, but today we've got a Protoss against Zerg between Mong and LuckYBack. We've got LuckYBack here on the bottom corner. First I'm going to edit the sound settings just a little bit because someone in the comments mentioned that the sound of the game might be a little bit too high. So just lowering it a little tiny bit. Also adding some background music. I hope these settings do the trick. I hope that these settings are correct. Now first we've got Mong here on the bottom left of the map, and on the top left of the map we've got LuckYBack. Now actually I was wrong when I said that we hadn't seen Mong play a Protoss versus Zerg yet, because we have in fact seen him play a Protoss versus Zerg before. Not against Humber-Kasasu, but also against LuckYBack. It was like a 40-minute game, and honestly it was kind of a snooze fest because they were doing weird shit. That's just the only way I can explain it. They were doing weird things, and I really had to stretch my ability to make that game appear interesting. The first 20 minutes, though, of that match, they were pretty good. Afterwards, the game kind of went downhill, and both players just sat there doing nothing for quite some time. Actually, I'm gonna reduce the music volume just a tiny little bit, because to me, it is a little overbearing, and I don't really want that overbearing sound coming into my headset as I'm casting. Otherwise I can't really hear the game sounds, and sometimes hearing the game sounds can really determine whether you miss or see something. Oh wow, wait, this is already interesting. So LuckYBack starts off with 3 hatcheries before he makes a pool, but it just so appears that Mong is going for 3 gateways before a nexus, so he is going to have some real scary punching power. He's not even making a nexus, he's building a forge. He could have used the money from the forge and a little bit of leftover money he had to build a second nexus, but it's going to be a 1 nexus build order with a lot of early game firing power. And only just now do we have a pool coming in from LuckYBack. It's very late. Also a pylon already out there right in front of him. Although right outside of his vision, that is something important to note. It's just outside of his vision, so he doesn't know it's being built there. Now Sunkens are coming, and he is seeing and witnessing those zealots entering his base, because he put them there in the choke point, in this pathway. And I think he knows the probe is still there. Now cannon is coming down there in the front as well. LuckYBack canceling a hatchery because it's going to go down if he keeps it up. Pool there still miles away from finishing. We've got drones there pulled off the minerals, trying to catch that probe, maybe trying to kill the cannons, but there's zealots, although he's microing them from 2 different directions at the same time. But the cannons here in the front are going to finish, unless those Sunkens here in the front are going to finish pretty much as fast as they possibly can. He only has 9 drones mining minerals. 1 drone went down, more zealots arriving on the scene. 1 cannon is finished, cannon number 2 finishing there as well. Zealots are attacking every single Sunken. They're trying to buy time for the cannons to take down the Sunkens, but the Sunkens, I think and believe, are a little bit stronger than the cannons here. And now Zerglings are spawning as well, coming from the back to the front, surrounding the cannons, getting a couple of shots on the cannons. And yeah, this attempt, this play from LuckYBack there is very close. This is closer than it appears. He's still only on 11 drones and 18 probes there for Mong. And he does manage to snipe the last cannon, and Mong's attempt at a cannon push against, or a cannon contain as you might call it, falls flat, falls short, doesn't get the job done. Sometimes, in some games, this would have been the ender of the game, But LuckYBack adapted really well, microed his drones exceptionally well against a player of Mong's level, which is impressive because Mong is a very good Protoss player. But it looks like he's managing to stay alive for now. And the rush attempt from Mong here might just backfire a tiny bit because he did get those 3 hatcheries up there in the back, although now he's getting his pool attack because Mong figured out that there's only a single sunken within attacking range of the Zealots. If the Zealots attack the pool, he's gonna get it there. Is he gonna get it? Not gonna get it. Pulling back those Zerglings was crucial in keeping it alive, but more Zealots are coming in through the choke point there, hunting for something to kill. And the one thing they're gonna kill, for sure, is going to be that pool. He's gonna try to surround the pool with structures, but I think he's doing a pretty good job there at blocking access to the pool. He's trying to get on top of it, but there's 2 Evo chambers in a den blocking access to the pool. He's trying to get on top of it, gets on top of it with only a single hit, but this one is gonna get it. Oh, is he gonna get it? Looks like he got it. He got the pool, so the pool goes down in the end, but there's already a Hydralisk den there on the way. So LuckYBack, luckily, no longer needs that pool for now. He still needs it in the future though, but for now, he's fine. Because Mong, having used so many of his Zealots to try and kill that pool, did remove his ability to keep on throwing punches. He's got a very small amount of units. He does have a lot of gateways though, so he can get a lot of new units very quick, very soon. But do note and keep in mind that LuckYBack has 31 drones, as opposed to 28 probes. And there's 6 of those probes that Mong has are mining gas. So I expect LuckYBack to start becoming stupidly strong. Because he has that big economy, he's going to outmass Mong very soon. Mong has to start dealing damage quick, whether he can or can't, and that is the big question, of course, because he's only on a single nexus, and it seems like he lost a probe there as well to some Zerglings as I wasn't looking. Nonetheless though, we've got Hydralisk upgrades almost finished. There's more Sunkens being built there in the front because he saw Zealots entering his base and he needs more Zealots to defend. Hydralisks are spawning. He's got Burrow on the way as well. It's one of the few things LuckYBack really likes doing is using Burrow against Protoss. Not for side vision, because a lot of players, or some players actually, not a lot of them, like to place Zerglings here on the sides and then burrow them and use them as vision against shuttle drops. It's very strong. I use it myself a lot, and it can really help you in those very tight and close situations because you have that extended vision that the opponent does not know about. So we've got 55 supply against 93. And yeah, this is what I mean. This is a trick he likes to do. He puts those highlights there because he's expecting something. He's expecting a shuttle, maybe he's expecting Zergling speed, maybe he's expecting Reavers to be flown in. And this way he can unburrow the Hydralisks and pick them off in the air. First of all, attack here coming in from LuckYBack. From Mong, getting on top of the Sunkens. The upgrades there are not too great yet on those Zealots, although it does have level 1 upgrade for the weapon attack. Hydralisk coming in from the back, getting us around on those Zealots. Zealots are dealing a lot of damage to the Sunkens, but it's only material damage. None of the units are going down, and as long as LuckYBack has the mass, or has units that survive the attack, he can try to go for a counter attack, which he's exactly going to do. He's already moving out with 2 groups. I think that's 2 groups of Hydralisks. He's moving out across the map. Dragoons and Zealots are spawning inside of Mong's base though, because Mong is amazing at macro and he has so many gateways already up and running. Although at the moment his mass is smaller than LuckYBack, so those Zealots are spawning just at the exact right time. And with that level 1 attack damage upgrade, he has the advantage in the fight. We have no upgrades on the way for LuckYBack here at the moment though. He only has range and speed. Wait. Yeah, he only has range and speed. Now you've got level 1 attack on the way. You've got a second Evo Chamber there on the way as well. So you can get Carapace upgrades too. But at the moment, he's focusing on containing Mong. But Mong very smartly built some Dark Templars. Although, I have to admit, Dark Templars are very risky in this situation. Because there might just be an Overlord here hanging up on the hill. And in that case, those Dark Templars would have been a disastrous choice. But Mong wins out with the gamble. And there's no Overlords there up in the air. to detect the Dark Templars, so it works out completely fine. But both players, now 49 drones, 42 probes for Mong, and a small supply lead for Mong as well. But the Zerg never really suffers from a supply deficit all that much. Plus the Zerg is way richer and he can make a lot of new units very quick, very soon. Once again, Hylas there burrowed in the front. They're gonna snipe these Templars here in the back once he sees the Templars walking in. There he goes, gonna go for the Templars, gonna burrow up those Hylas once again. Well, he's not burrowing up, he's going for a flank attack there. He's just keeping it there in the front to fight. Dark Templars are in the front, undetected. Overlords are moving on the way. Hylas are not being microed backwards, but yeah, they are being microed now. Hylas there in the front have been sacrificed. Now the Overlords are arriving on the front to detect the Dark Templars. Zealots and Dragoons are coming in from the front. Mong is punching, and he's punching hard. This might just do the trick here. This might just do it. If it wasn't for the fact that more Hylas are spawning already at the moment, because that huge macro lead, that huge economy lead that LuckYBack has at the moment is definitely going to pay him some huge favors and dividends in the very near future. Because Mong still on only a single nexus, units on the middle being chased, units in the base are being spawned. He does have upgrades there on the way. Almost all upgrades. He has armor and shields. No, armor and weapon on the way. No shield upgrade, although he can't afford it at the moment. He's only on 2 gas, adding on 2 more. He retreats back to his base there in the front. LuckYBack still here in its own choke, deciding against moving out and putting the pressure up on Mong, because he knows Mong has a lot of gateways there in the base. He's got 1, 2, 3, that's 10. Then we've got 5 here, so 16 gateways in total, and he's sending his units into the middle of the map with a 40 supply lead over LuckYBack, who is now scouting the middle with some Hylas. Decides against picking the fight here in the choke, with those Hylas are blocking his own Hydras, which is not what he intended to be happening. One of the groups wasn't hotkeyed or didn't listen. That sometimes happens when you try to do things a little bit too fast and the command kind of doesn't go through. But no observers here for Mong, and there's lurkers here in the front. Mong is cursing himself for his poor choices of not getting an observatory or a robotic facility for that matter. Though he's walking past, he's entering the base. More lurks in the base are being morphed. They're spawning, finishing up just right about now. So he either has to move in deeper to avoid the lurkers. More zealots coming in from the base, entering the base, attacking the circus in the front. The Dragoons are there in the top corner, attacking the Evo Chambers. Gets one Evo Chamber. Gonna go for the second one here. It's gonna try to get both of them. Gonna try to stop the upgrades from happening for LuckYBack and hopefully get a upgrade advantage, which he already has at the moment, as he's got level 1 armor, level 2 shield, level 1 shields on the way, and level 2 weapon already finished up. Top corner here though, he's getting surrounded by Hylas as they are spawning, and the Dragoons there in the top corner are going to get sacrificed. Goodbye. You did your job though, you did your job. Stopping the upgrades there from LuckYBack might just get you a huge upgrade lead, and a huge upgrade lead might make up for the economic disadvantage he is at. We've got a hive there, no, a double lair. This is a, I think this is a hive on the way. No, wait, I'm not sure. Anyway, he's got a lair with ventral sacks, or is it overlord transportation? It's, yeah, ventral sacks is in fact overlord transportation. He's got overlord transportation on the way. He's gonna go for a drop, I'm sure. He's not gonna try to fight his way in through the front. He's just gonna fly in over the side, and hopefully Mong will be caught off guard. Although he does have some cannons there prepared to, you know, fight back against some of the overlords or the units that are going to be dropped in his base. Now we do have a robotics. We have an observatory as well. We've got 2 observers are in the front. And now we also have overlords hanging where I mentioned they could be hanging earlier. A lot of lurkers here in the front. Another overlord flying across the map to hopefully get all the way into the base. So has to do some recon, some information gathering on whether he can in fact pull off an overlord drop. Mong, with that one nexus, now only on 56 probes, and hasn't missed a beat with his probe production, but we're already 13.5 minutes in. Just goes to show how slow probe production is on a single nexus. LuckYBack on 75 drones there, though. He's got a lot of lurkers here spread out evenly, really nicely. Spreading them out like this, it deals tremendous amounts of damage to Dragoons, Zealots, whatever you can think of. And the Hylas there behind it are just finishing off all those weakened Protoss units as they walk over those lurkers. Although there's a drop there coming in there from the bottom side there in the bottom left corner. LuckYBack is responding to it just in time. There's no speed on the shuttle. Shuttle starts unloading. The shuttle goes down before Templar gets out. And now the game is flipped on its head. because now we've got some time for a counterattack from LuckYBack. He's sending out all of his Hylists from his base into the middle, chasing down those Dragoons, but the Dragoons there with superior upgrades, level 2 armor, 1 shield, level 2 attack, almost level 3 attack, are doing his great against fighting those level 1 attack upgraded Hylists. And in this case, superior upgrades triumph the superior numbers. Although Lurkers coming in there, there's an observer here though. Lurkers are just running past. Tries to burrow, goes down before it burrows, and actually I'm completely wrong. Superior numbers do triumph the upgrades in this case specifically. We've got 4 Templars there in the back, under the shuttle, waiting to be loaded up and sent out for a drop. There's so much vision on the sides that LuckYBack is never going to be caught off guard. Now they're just going to go for the storms, I think, although he's waiting for storm energy. He lost the observer. No, observers are still there, though Overlord is moving and is going to snipe the observer. Observer's going to go down. No, observer moves out of sight by coincidence, just in time, stays alive. Hylists up on the hill. Smart move there from LuckYBack, trying to abuse hill advantage to abuse that 50% hit chance. Zealots are coming in from the back to the front, ready to pounce on those Hylists. The Hylists are not doing as great as you would have expected them to do. Those upgrades really do wind up making the difference. But level 2 attack, level 1 carapace for Hydras is almost finished. Overlord, ooh, he's putting Lurkers up on the hill. He's basically doing a reverse cannon contain. But instead of cannons, he's using Lurkers to contain the Protoss. This is very, very beautifully played from LuckYBack. And Mong is literally pushed into a corner by the counter-attacking LuckYBack, who is pretty damn rich. He's got 85 drones, a lot of gas, a lot of minerals coming in. Lurkers are tripping out balls because they're trying to settle up shop there in the front, but not getting the chance to. Now those 16 gateways Mong has are starting to backfire because that is not a lot of unit production. He doesn't have Reavers either, although Reavers might soon be on the way because he does have the 3 Robos, but not the gas to make them though. He doesn't have the gas to make them. He does have Dark Templars on the way there, but there's Overlords already here in the base, so the Dark Templars might not seal or do the trick. We've got a drop here flying across the map, trying to find a path in by avoiding Overlords, but there's Overlords still here on the side. They're gonna spot it out. While the fight here on the base is, I think, starting to go into Mong's favor as the cannons are supporting and too many units are spawning as well. The Templars are arriving on the scene. Reavers drop. It's a Reaver drop, not a Templar drop. Reavers are failed. Oh, he connects there in the end regardless. Killed 2 Sunkens, 3 Sunkens. Units are spawning from LuckYBack now, but LuckYBack is a little bit too late there with the units in his base trying to defend. The Reavers are still alive. They're up in the shuttles. He picked them. He lost them, in fact. They got taken down just a little bit too quick. The fight here is still going. Well, as the fight here in the base. Oh wait, he's rebuilding his drones first. He has no Hydras here in the back. He's pulling back units here in the front because he decides against fighting and committing. The Scorch there sniped the shuttle as it was flying in, so no follow-up drop there coming in from Mong. LuckYBack handled that one pretty well, but he did lose his economy for a little while there. Now in 52 drones, he just has 52 drones. I think he has mostly Hylists on the way now. So he's going to be pretty poor for the foreseeable future. Lurkers up on the hill are getting taken down by Dragoons, though. Zealots here in the front are tearing through the Hylists. Level 3 attack damage, level 3 armor, level 2 shields. Mong's upgrades are really keeping him in the game and even getting him back into the driver's seat at the moment. He's got Reavers on the way now as well. We've got level 2 attack, 1 carapace here for LuckYBack. The Lurkers here in the front though, there's no detection at the moment. Observer is still all the way at home. Another drop there flying across the map, but it gets spotted out by every single Overlord there is. One Lurker there in the front, being annoying, kills a Dark Templar. I mean a Templar, not a Dark Templar, a regular Templar. Drop there finds its way onto the right top side of LuckYBack's base. We'll have to fly in very soon and hopefully pray that this group of Hylists does not intercept it. This game can go either way at this moment, but if this drop hits, the game is for sure going to be Mong's win. Mong is now adding on Stargates as well for maybe Corsairs or something. Another Cyber Core there on the way as well for air upgrades. He's got level You got air attack upgrades already on the way. Probes also moving to the middle of the map to start setting up a cannon contain and maybe some proxy robos. So he's doing everything as you should be doing right now. The start was a little bit funky, but he's doing everything as you should be right now. Sacrificing some zealots to open up some supply space to make probably more reavers. He's got mind control on the way as well, but I don't think mind control is ever going to work in this game. Opponents on the sides, not in the front. Wait, there's one in the front as well. He's not attacking yet. He knows he needs a better unit combination to stand a chance against LuckYBack's defense, because LuckYBack's defense is pretty darn strong, and with just zealots and dragoons, you're not gonna get through. You're going to need reavers, and reavers he is gonna make soon. The Templars there, though, here in the front, are doing an insanely good job at keeping LuckYBack contained. LuckYBack is at the moment still locked into his base. He has Scorches to intercept drops. Drop is... Wait, he's unloading the reavers here in the front for the frontal reaver push. Cannons are being put down here on the sides as well. Landed some Hydralisks to stop this side from getting cannoned up by Mong. So quick reaction there with... It's only 4 Hydralisks, but those 4 Hydras do the trick. More Hydralisks being unloaded here on the side, ready to take down those cannons, but once again, Mong moves in to intercept that attempt to stop the cannons. But as he moves his units away, LuckYBack is attacking through the front, and there's only Reavers and Templars here to defend this. Burrows up right in front of those Reavers. Scorch is coming in, so he can no longer... Well, he can still pick up the Reavers. He didn't lose... Well, now he can no longer pick up all of them. He defends this successfully, because Templar Storms are just kind of nuts, and Reaver Scarabs with Scarab damage upgrade are also kind of nuts. Although he didn't upgrade the damage yet, because upgraded Reaver Scarab damage is 120, I believe. But Guardians coming out from LuckYBack's base, and it does look like Mong has some Storms to try and counter this, and some Dragoons as well. But as there's Hydralisks coming from behind as well, along with Zerglings, he's getting caught off guard here in the middle. His units are getting caught off guard somewhere where he didn't want them to be. And this is really bad for Mong here, because now LuckYBack has broken all the containment attempts that Mong tried to put down, and is now overrunning the front here. Storms are coming down on the units. The Zerglings and Hydras all go down to the Storms. Zealots are spawning here as well, but he might just be in over his head, because he still has no answer for all those Lurkers, all those Guardians, and I don't see an Observer anywhere close. He lost all of his Observers. Drop there gets shut down as well, so no more drops from Mong at the moment. He's forced to defend. He does have... As a new Observer is on the way, so it confirms the fact that he lost his Observer there at the middle. Guardians are already coming in. Lurkers are there in the front, creating a no-go zone for Mong's units, and Mong is keeping his units all the way in the back with his Arbiters. Dark Templars are spawning, but there's Overlords, so the Dark Templars not going to do all that much, and that is a lot of lost supply, and a lot of wasted gas that just walked into those Lurkers there. Storms from down on the Guardians, but LuckYBack seems to be in the driver's seat. He seems to be the person who's going to take home the game. It's going to take a miracle for Mong to defend this. A lot of Zealots are spawning though, but there's an Observer all the way there in the back, but Overlords are there to detect the Observer, although they're flying a little bit too close to the sun. Observer's there in the front. Observer gets taken down. Observer escapes, goes out of vision range, but he calls the G nonetheless, because he cannot fight against all those Lurkers and the Hydralisks. So LuckYBack there pulls off the win in the end. It was back and forth, pushing and pulling, but in the end, LuckYBack did exactly what he had to do, took home the win. Well-deserved win there. Really, really well played. Not much to say here. LuckYBack managed to scrape by in the first 7 or so minutes. It was all very close. The cannon attempt in the base here from Mong was very, very, very close. And actually, I'm going to use that as my... Yeah, this is a great thumbnail, because this is just impending doom. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you are entertained. And I don't have much else to say except leave a like, leave a subscribe. And a comment, perhaps? Perhaps you like leaving a comment? I like it when you leave comments. I like to respond to the comments because I feel like I really owe you guys for even bothering to watch my videos. I owe it to you guys to at least leave a response or, you know, one of those heart signs. Like, it's called a like on a comment, basically. A heart shape. Or an upvote. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure what the YouTube calls it these days. Anyway, I'll be back very soon with another video and hopefully a match as exciting as this one. Maybe it will be another match between Mong and Lucky because as we saw today, as we saw right here, they do kind of have the ability to bring exciting matches. But as I said at the start, they also have the potential to deliver a boring game, a very boring game. But this, for sure, was not one of those boring games. So goodbye, and see you next time.